Morning Sports Show on WLCN 96.3 and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Jake's Furnishings, 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Furnish your home for less at Jake's. The Grimaldi Law Office, Logan County's only law firm dedicated exclusively to the practice of criminal law. Phone 651-8089. The Christian Village, 1507 7th Street in Lincoln, a community of compassion. Phone 732-2189. Eaton Corporation, America's choice for top quality, high performance electrical equipment for over 50 years. Lincoln College, providing students the best educational experience since 1865. Go online to lincolncollege.edu for more details. St. Claris Manor, their team's dedication is what makes them special. Phone 735-1507. Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois. We're here to help. In Lincoln, call 732-2159. Schneider Chiropractic, 523 North Elm in Lincoln. For the best in chiropractic care and maintenance, call Dr. Alyssa Schneider today, 217-732-2140. Joe Ryan, Country Financial. For all your insurance needs, see Joe Ryan in downtown Lincoln or call 217-735-4385. The Hampton Inn in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6729. At the Lincoln Hampton Inn, we love having you here. Lincoln Printers in downtown Lincoln. For all your printing needs, including vinyl graphics and banners. Phone 217-732-3121. Lincoln Printers since 1970. Row Incorporated on North Tickapoo Street in Lincoln. Logan County Chevrolet, Buick and Cadillac dealer since 1953. Phone 735-4444. And by Four Corners Lube for the best full-service oil changes, transmission, and radiator flushes, brake service, and lawn care needs. Stop by Four Corners Lube at 1101 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Listen to us on the go. Download that Mixler app. Watch us live on our YouTube stream. Follow us on social media. Scott Kirby, Jake Johnston, Jim Ash, Lloyd Kirby here with you this morning. You know what's not a cheap seat? Well, it might be. It's a cheap seat, but a really comfy seat right here. This couch here, if you want to lay around and watch football all day, this is the couch to have.
It is. It's definitely well priced, but this is not the cheap one.
What would you call this? Australian kangaroo?
We like to refer to it as fabric, Scott.
Oh, fabric. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know you have your Italian leather.
This is some plush stuff, though.
Yeah, it's comfy.
It is nice.
You know, I could sit here all day.
You got that pocketed coil seating there with a gel memory foam wrap on it.
Oh, yeah.
Real nice for the tush.
Yep, really nice stuff right here.
Real nice.
Yeah, still waiting on Joe. Lots to talk about today. Coach Al coming in. The Railers with a big win last night. Back in action tonight in East Peoria. After tonight, Jake, 2 more games. Regular season's over.
Yeah, we're down to the end here again. Yeah. So it's amazing how it comes around so fast as the season starts and it seems like it's over right away.
Softball right around the corner. Something
Absolutely.
That you're pretty excited about. Your daughter will be playing. Looks like she's playing a little softball right now. A little traveling.
We've been doing some travel ball. We were in Wisconsin last weekend. Had a not so great environment to play in at the dome there in the Wisconsin Dells. The environment, I shouldn't say that. The environment was great. The tournament management was really poor, and our team ended up getting our money back for the tournament as we were leaving. So.
Oh, really? Well, I'm going to have to discuss a little bit of this off air. Kind of got me intrigued.
You go through a tournament, and they put out the rules for you, and one team doesn't have to follow them, and cost us the championship. So that didn't set well, and it was a little frustrating.
You didn't drive 400 or 500 miles to get the old shaft.
You are one pathetic loser.
That's exactly what happened. We were losers that weekend.
Loser.
But you know what? All in all, it was fun. The girls got to hang out and do a little bonding time there at the wave pools and all the other fun events that you can do at the Wisconsin Dells on the inside of the place. The food was not up to par though, which is odd I was thinking it was going to be pretty good stuff. Not so much.
Not so much, huh? Well, you'll have that.
All the mom and pop places were all closed down for the season.
Oh, jeez.
They open in March, I guess.
Oh,
which is
odd.
Yeah, it still seems kind of odd. Yeah, I was, but
I guess those Wisconsinans, they hibernate during the winter.
They hibernate a little bit. I did find one mom and pop place for breakfast. Reminded me of a local place downtown we have here, and it was rather good. Other than that, the rest of the time it was overpriced and kind of like you're at a resort or something.
Overpriced crap.
I didn't say that, but he did.
Well, I wasn't there. I'm just speculating. But back to the Railers, Apollo Conference champs. So another conference title notch in the belt. So congratulations to them. Really fun team to watch. We mentioned before, season's come to an end. Regional pairings are out. We're going to be traveling to Mahomet for regionals, so that will take place the following week. But Railers still have some business. And speaking of business, the head of the Railers walking in right now. He's on Joe Ryan time. You know who else is on Joe Ryan time?
Joe Ryan.
Marty Ryan.
He gets it honest.
Oh, boy. I didn't know if we were going to be able to broadcast a Taylorville game. Warm-ups are about over, and
still we don't have any equipment.
So
sometimes the people don't really want to hear you talk anyway. They just want to see the live action.
Yeah, just watch. And I agree with them. I don't like to hear myself talk either. But the person we don't like, I guess we do like hearing talk, that's Coach Al. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Out and about already this morning after a big win last night. Effingham Flaming Hearts come to town. Going into that game, the Railers already knew that they were Apollo Conference champs, so congratulations on that. Another conference title under your belt. So that's probably the beginning of the season, probably one of the goals. Do you set goals for your team where you kind of want to be starting with a conference championship, a regional championship and so on, or do you just kind of just let it roll out?
Well, the only goal we set is we want to be playing as well as we can at the end of the year and advance as far as we can in the state tournament. And if you reach those goals, then everything along the way will take care of itself. So, that there is a thing, the conference championship, which as a coaching staff, when we started the year, we thought we could finish in the top half, but to win the conference, I think, is kind of the kids have earned that, and they've played very well, and at times, it's a team that still has a lot to do, but for them to win the conference is a great accomplishment for them.
And how many years have we been in the Polo? Probably
maybe five.
Yeah. And how many conference championships?
We won 4, and last year Effingham had a very, very good squad, and they lost everybody, and a lot of the kids that played last night didn't get a lot of time last year, so they're kind of in a rebuilding mode, and but Coach Farmer does a great job with them, and they are always prepared for us. They play hard. They're very physical, and I was talking to him last night, and he says they're very, very close to being a 2A school. So you throw them in the 2A level, and they're very, very good.
So they might be expelling some kids here over the summer just to hop down there. But a lot of questions. We'll probably need to clear it up. I got to get comfy here. All right. So one more year on the Apollo, right?
One more. We have next year, and then 23-24 will be our first year back in the Central State 8. So we're in the process now of starting to work on those schedules. When you have a change from conference, it takes you a little bit of time to be able to realign the scheduling and everything that you have. And we done it 5 years ago, and now we're doing it again, which is. We picked up some teams when we moved to the Apollo, and now then we're probably going to have to rearrange our schedule again, especially our non-conference. We're going to pick up the the Central State 8 schools, and they have to take a place of somebody else. So we'll just have to see how it pans out. But we're kind of in the mode of getting to that point to where we got a year. We're trying to get through the COVID situation right now and make sure that we get done correctly on that. And then, here in the spring and summer, we'll spend a lot of time on scheduling.
I had a question and I forgot. Thanks, Lloyd. You just sent me that. Well, not being the Central State 8, it's now, is there 11 teams when you guys get back into it?
There'll be 11. They'd like to pick up another one, but I don't know where they're going to go and who they would pick up. But they'd like to have 12 to be able to split it
and have like two
different divisions in some sports. When we go back to the Central State 8, we do know that boys and girls basketball, most of the sports will be just a single game. It won't be a round robin, where you play home and home. We might play Lanphier here this year. Next year it'll be there, and it'll rotate back and forth for the conference. Now, if we choose to pick up Lanphier a second time, it'll just be a non-conference game, and that's going to happen. There's going to be some Central State 8 teams that we do play twice,
just once
instead of once. But teams are wanting, and even with the football situation is we have 11 teams. The Big 12 has 11 teams, so we are playing a crossover game with them. So we are going to get a non-conference game, and I believe we have Peoria Manual is a team that will cross over for 2 years. When we get back 23, 24, 24, 25, Manual will be on our schedule, and then we will look at it again to kind of see where schools are, if programs and so forth, and then they'll realign for a 2 more year period. So, there's just a lot of things that goes into the scheduling, and that's one of the big reasons that you have a 2 year period to be able to move from one conference to the other.
And you just answered Lloyd's question, and I didn't have to ask it. So, boy, it's working out.
What a good athletic director does. On top of it.
That's all future stuff down the road, and we'll get into more of that later. But let's get back to the present, where the Railers right now rolling, sitting at 21 and 6.
22 and 6.
22 and 6 after last night. And 3 more regular season games, Coach, starting tonight at East Peoria. We had Effingham come in last night, and, like you mentioned before, they're down a little bit. But, they're still going to have their shooters. Wolf, that Estrada, he kind of came out from nowhere. I thought he played well last night. And as always, they got some big guys underneath. But Railers able to step up, play some good ball last night. Peyton Cook with a good game. And Polis, always out there directing traffic, and last night came out with some energy. Their defense is always solid, but just another big win for the Railers.
Well, first of all, Peyton had maybe his best game of the year, and we've been on him to try to play like that every game, and we know it's there. Now tonight we want to see him duplicate that and get some consistency in his game, and strength. I think he's going to be a late bloomer. I think natural strength hopefully will set in, but he still has to get in the weight room and get stronger. You see him get bumped around quite a bit, but last night he was really, really aggressive, and that's what we've been trying to get him to do all year. And it's not like we just said, okay, it's your turn, Peyton, let's do it tonight. But that's what we've kind of pushing for him to be able to dribble a little bit. We still want him to pull up and shoot a little bit. We want him to have an all-around game, and as we do all our kids. And but last night was one of his best games that he's had.
Yeah, he came out with the first 5 points of the game, and then with the alley-oop, that really got the gym hyped up and on their feet. I thought it was a three-point shot, and there comes Peyton out of nowhere, grabbing it, slamming it down, getting everybody riled up. And, I know at one point he had 15 rebounds. I don't know what he ended up with, but he had a double-double last night, and you can just see his confidence growing. And I think this offseason and over the summer is going to be very important on how he develops into next year. So is that something you and the coaching staff are going to kind of pull him aside and tell him what he needs to do, what he needs to work on, and maybe give him some kind of workout plan?
Well, it ain't going to be any different than what we've been telling him. So, he has to just take it and run with it. And, he's he likes to be in the gym, but you still got to do the work in the gym and so forth. So as far as Effingham, I know you mentioned them, the Wolf kid, they've had a line of Wolves down there. I think this is the fourth one. We've played against three of them, and they've all been very good. But when talking with Coach Farmer, after the year last year and so forth, he had planned on Garrett Wolf to be his point guard this year, and he was that family is into bull riding. Into bull riding, and he was riding a bull last summer and ended up snapping his ankle, and he's really come back, and he's not the player he was a year ago. It's been a slow process for him to get back, and that was coach's plan was to use him as your point guard, and you take your point guard out like that, and and he struggled a little bit with his shooting, but you can see it's there. And from the time we played him 2 or 3 weeks ago, you can see him gradually getting back and so forth. So I think he'll be a different player next year. But
so he's only a junior?
He's only a junior.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, good for him. And looks like he's got some other issues going on, too. He's got something with his shoulder. He's got a leg brace on. Yeah, he's...
that bull must have been rough.
Well, I don't know I think we talked about it last night on there. His brother was playing at Illinois Wesleyan, doing well over there, and he decided to...
He's trying to go professional
bull riding.
Yeah,
Jake knows a little bit about bull riding.
I do.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Well, you need to know, Scotty.
Well, how do you stay on it?
Hope and pray.
So, Coach, traveling to East Peoria tonight, take on the Raiders. We talked a little bit last night. I don't know that we've ever played East Peoria. You said that's probably one of the only gyms in the state of Illinois you haven't been in. Got some tape on them. I know what they like to do.
Yeah, they're having a good year for East Peoria. It's not been in their conference. I think they've struggled in things and so forth.
And what conference is that?
They're in the Mid-Illini.
Okay.
And they, I think, have won 15, 16 games. So they're having a really good year. And playing at their place is kind of scary. I thought we played with a lot of emotion last night. So can we duplicate the emotion that we played? Because if we don't, we struggle a little bit. So hopefully our guys will be ready to step out on the floor and be ready to play tonight.
Well, last night, speaking of last night, was senior night. A little different format this year because of the COVID situation. You wanted to get it in to make sure they got their senior night, so you bumped it up a game. Last night wasn't the last home game at Roy S. It'll be next Thursday. But tell us a little bit about these seniors. I know Polis he's been probably the heartbeat of the team. But you got Klopp and Conway. They've stepped in and contributed some value minutes this year.
Well, all three of them have contributed, and they've all been a part of it for 4 years. And senior nights. It's a happy night, but it's a sad night for me because, just being around them, not even dealing with basketball. There's such good kids, and we try to teach them a lot of things, and most of them are not dealing with basketball, but what are you going to do in the life after, and how hard you're going to work, and what type of person you're going to be, and the respect that you have for other people. And I think all those things are very important, but I also think that all those things fall over into it works both ways. It helps you as a basketball player to have those assets, but then in real life it's really a good thing to have. So we want to play hard, we want to be aggressive, but yet we know the other team's doing the same thing. So you got to be able to handle that and be able to play and do those things. And those guys have all, Jalen is he comes in, gives us a little bulldog mentality where he's a hard-nosed kid, and Klopp, Jaden comes in, and he's our backup five that helps Cook out when Cook's in foul trouble and so forth. But all three of them have been very, very important to us. We've already talked about what we did with Elijah, moving him from his wing position that he's played for 3 years to the point guard, and he's accepted that and have worked and has really been a key to the success that we've had by doing so. So all three of them are going to be very successful in life, and they're all three great kids. We really enjoyed our time with them, and hopefully we've got 2 or 3 more weeks with them.
Yeah, we hope so as well, Coach. And I know as a coaching staff, you guys take pride in not only teaching these guys the game of basketball, but basically the game of life and how you handle yourself on the court, but more importantly off the court. And we've had compliments over the years, even down in Collinsville, just how well-mannered your kids are. And that's something that you guys instill in them and kind of, push that towards the forefront.
Well, we're proud of that, but we can't take all the credit up from that. It's parenting and the parents supporting them and doing the things. And for the most part, not every parent has the same goals or whatever we do, but we want them to be good people, and I think good, hardworking, hard-nosed, that's going to be successful. And that's what I look at when I look down the road and the success that the players from our program and where they're at, what they're doing, and I'm pretty proud of those kids. And, not because of their basketball skill, it's what they've turned into be as human beings.
Well, they're a fun team to watch, Coach. At the beginning of the season, we've talked about this hundreds of times. Just didn't know what kind of team that you're going to have going in with Elijah moving positions, going to the point. A lot of questions in that roster. But I tell you what, they've stepped up. They go out every night. They give it their all. They're really fun to watch. Unselfish. They move the ball. Their defense, they got to be pretty close to, I don't know what their average points that they give up, but it's got to be up there in the top 5, I would think, if not up in the top 2.
Yeah, it's close. I don't know. We've got a couple games we've got to get stats on and get them into the program, and when we get that done, we'll have an idea. But it's in the low 30s, which is it's around the record. So we'll just have to see. We gave up 29 last night, and I mean, the kids can guard.
Yeah, they get after it. Jake, are you going to participate
Yes.
Okay. Well, Coach, once again, thanks again. I know you got things to do. You got some walkthrough. Get ready for tonight. By the time we talk to you again here on the Cheap Seats, regular season is going to be over. We got a tough game over in Decatur on Tuesday. Decatur MacArthur. You know you're going to get athleticism from them. Tyrese Bryson is the coach over there now. I know you're pretty familiar with him. They've kind of been on a bit of a skid that you mentioned last night. So I guess looking ahead, you got to feel pretty good about the next couple games.
Well, it's a game that will prepare us for the regional, so it'll help us out a lot playing them. And we go back a long ways with Tyrese, and I mean it must have been 97, 98. He was playing at Stephen Decatur, and they had a really, really good team, and we had a good team, and we ended up playing them in the sectional, and Tyrese could shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, from outside the gym, and we was going through the scouting report, and the kids were kind of looking at me. I say, as soon as this guy crosses the timeline, he can shoot.
Yeah. And
very first play, he takes 2 steps across the timeline, jumps up and buries one, and I had 5 guys looking over at me like, you must have mean he could shoot. And he is very competitive, and then he went to Illinois State, and then Greg went to Illinois State, and Greg was a freshman, and I think it was the first 10 minutes of the very first game, Tyrese got undercut, came down, broke his arm, and Greg he was looking forward to playing with Tyrese, and it never happened. He got to play with him about 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah. And that's how Bryson got his name. Did you know that?
I did not.
Bryson Kirby after Tyrese Bryson.
Yeah, and he's an outstanding young coach that has a lot of fire in his belly, and he is very, very intense. And they won the Collinsville tournament this year, and after watching them, I watched all 4 of their games, and they were really, really good. And the problem I saw him having is he had about 15 kids that were really, really good. And that's not a good combination when you're trying to find playing time for kids.
Yeah, and it's a good problem to have, but it could also be a headache,
Yeah.
And then we're going to finish up the regular season back at home against Mahomet Seymour. It's going to be 8th grade night, and then are you doing the meet and greet afterwards?
We're doing the fan appreciation night next Thursday after the game, where the kids can come in, or adults as well, can get autographs from the kids. And we haven't done that for 2 years.
Yeah,
we haven't had. Well, I think maybe 1 year. I think.
Yeah, you got it
1920, we got that in because we were in the sectional when we got shut down. So we missed it last year, and that's always been a big thing. But we hope everyone will stick around, support the kids, and I'm sure we'll have some barbecue or something for everyone to eat and sit down and just have just a little visit.
Well, Coach, thanks again. Boy, your time on the cheap seat's about up. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to have to start working at it.
So, well, the other thing is we do have a freshman tournament. Our freshman is closing their season out, and they play tonight, Monday, and Wednesday in our tournament out at the high school, and they're playing at 10 o'clock this morning. So, we've got 8 teams. We play in both gyms, 2 games at a time, and we'll move that on through. So we'll play at 6 and 7:30 on Monday and Wednesday, and then the freshman season will be completed.
Well, real quick, your lower programs, the JV freshmen, they're having a successful year as well. Coach Gregg has got the JV rolling. I know they fell to Effingham last night, but is that their first or second loss?
That's their second loss, and that was also their 5th game of the week.
Yeah.
And that's making no excuses or anything, and so forth. And we
look, you're there.
But
right on time.
It's hard to get yourself mentally prepared to play game after game after game, and 5 games in 1 week is asking a lot. So
yeah, but they're young.
Well, yeah. I know just coaching them 5 games wears the coaches out as well.
Right. Well, Coach, we'll let you get on out of here. Good luck tonight. Safe travels to East Peoria. And the guys will talk to you after the game. And we'll talk to you next Saturday as we prepare for regionals.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Let's take a commercial break. We come back. Joe Ryan's got an agenda.
Allegedly.
Half hour late. So we'll be back after these messages.
The inventory reduction sale is in full swing at Jake's Furnishings in Lincoln, and you'll save for every room in your home. Top quality furniture for every room in your house will create a stunning new look while saving you hundreds of dollars. Choose from top quality Ashley brand sofas, including recliners, plush sectionals, complete dining room sets, and handsome bedroom outfits fit for a king. And what better than the perfect mattress than Bemco for the best night's sleep. At Jake's Furnishings, all Bemco mattresses are on sale now, including plush, luxury firm, and pillow top models. But hurry into Jake's now, as this inventory reduction sale won't last long. For more details, stop by the Jake's Furnishing showroom, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 735-1212 and become a fan on Facebook. Jake's Furnishings. Make it your own.
This is attorney Jim Grimaldi. Have you been arrested for DUI? A DUI is a serious offense with potentially severe consequences, which may include jail time, high fines, lengthy periods of probation, even suspension or revocation of your driver's license. The laws regarding DUI are very complex and continually changing every day. You need an attorney with knowledge and experience in handling DUI cases, whether or not this is your first offense. I have vast experience in the area of DUI law. As a former chief DUI prosecutor for Sangamon County, I prosecuted thousands of DUIs and was exposed to every possible defense strategy. Call me and let me put my experience to work for you.
Call Grimaldi Law Office now at 217-651-8089. That's 217-651-8089, or visit GrimaldiLawOffice.com.
It's time to winterize your vehicles and lawn equipment. Trust the quality and knowledge of Four Corners Lube, located at 1101 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, now for the best service possible. Open Monday through Saturday, featuring Husqvarna brand equipment. Phone 217-735-2761. Four Corners Lube, home of the full-service in and out oil change.
Joel Ryan here again. Are you flirting with time on your life insurance needs? Do you really think that you will be in better health a few years from now than you are today? Life insurance rates increase with age. Call me at 217-735-4385 and let's lock in those rates before time catches up with you.
Calling all seniors 60 years or older who desire their independence. Capsule's Meals on Wheels program provides 5 nutritious meals delivered 3 days a week in Logan and Mason County. Meals delivered by volunteers and staff always come with a wellness check and a smile. Program is free for eligible participants with donations accepted on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Let us help you or a loved one maintain their independence at home. Funding is provided by Area Agency on Aging for Lincoln Land and United Way of Logan County.
Come join the Grau family. It's Grau right now.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau of Grau Chevrolet Buick Cadillac. Well, Old Man Winter has arrived in central Illinois. One thing's for sure, today's modern fuel-injected vehicles start and run much better in the cold than the vehicles did 15 to 20 years ago. But all that modern technology still needs some TLC when it's not running right. If you've noticed a strange noise or two upon startup when it's cold out, you might want to let our factory-trained technicians look before the little problems become a monster. An ounce of prevention is worth worth a pound of cure. Call Nate, Tub, Dave, or Ethan at 217-735-4444 to schedule your visit today. We'll gladly diagnose your problem and give you a written estimate prior to repairs being done. That's at Grouse Chevrolet Buick Cadillac on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Come join the Crown family. It's Crown right now.
This is Dr. Julianne Popish from Schneider Chiropractic. Are the cold winter temperatures getting you down? An infrared sauna session is exactly what you need. At Schneider Chiropractic, we now offer on-site, private infrared sauna sessions. Infrared saunas provide many health benefits. They have been shown to help with relaxation, detoxification, immune health, heart health, anti-aging, and weight loss. Call our office today, 217-732-2140 to schedule your private infrared sauna session.
Now hiring. Due to increased census, St. Clara's Rehab and Senior Care in Lincoln is adding staff. Now hiring LPNs, RNs, and CNAs. 8-hour and 12-hour shifts plus weekend package are available. If you're looking for an exciting career opportunity where you'll have a chance to make a difference in the lives of others, then this is the perfect fit for you. Apply online at heritageofcare.com/employment.
Join the happy folks who choose the beautiful Hampton Inn Hotel in Lincoln, Illinois. Part of the Hilton family hotels, you'll love all the luxury and amenities the Hampton Inn Hotel in Lincoln has to offer, including a delicious full hot breakfast served every day, an indoor heated pool and whirlpool, along with competitive rates on wedding and reunion blocks all year long. So don't wait. Reserve your stay at the Hampton Inn Hotel in Lincoln, or schedule your complimentary tour and consultation for your business meetings and events. Phone the Hampton Inn Hotel at 217-732-6729. That's 217-732-6729, 24 hours a day, and go online to lincoln.hamptoninn.com. Just off Interstate 55 at exit 126 at the Lincoln Hampton Inn. They love having you there.
This is Greg Olszewski, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, and Sabadoo on 96.3 FM WLCN.
Let's go get him up. Get him up. Everybody in the back, get him up.
Jim, you got me? Pop up.
What the hell is that weird Dollar Trump dancing?
I'll tell you what, you ain't much fun.
Who's Sabadoo?
Oh, you go by a lot of names.
Sabadoo.
You go by a lot of names there, Sabby.
Yeah, and
that's a pretty big intro, too. We had
the rest of them we can't say on air.
Greg Luzinski.
Sabadoo. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. We are at Jake's Furnishings inventory reduction sale going on today. Come on in and make it your own. I would love to make this my own.
I tell you, they better get out here quick because this stuff is flying out the door.
Do you take payments? $10 a month for 28 years.
Boy, that was a long pause. How's my credit?
We do have layaway available.
Oh, layaway.
We also have financing terms through different sources. So absolutely.
How's my credit out here, Jake? What can I have?
Your credit
You can
is
have-
non-existent.
Pretty poor, isn't it?
You can have that pillow.
Oh, I couldn't have it.
Well,
No.
you're going to pay for it. It's $999.
This is a pretty nice couch we're on here.
This is something nice.
This would be nice to watch during or sit on during the Super Bowl. Watch
Really?
This
Somebody
here
else had that
is
thought
the
as well.
Mammoth. The Mammoth.
Is that what it's called?
The Mammoth. It's Mammoth 4376/12/42.
For all our trivia players out there, there was a very popular band, and that was their first name.
Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Yep.
Mammoth.
Pearl Jam.
It's not Pearl Jam.
Eric Clapton.
It was the King. Who was the King?
Kiss.
Elvis Presley.
Who used to tap the
Tom
fingerboards
Petty.
and taught everybody how to do it?
Tom Petty.
Man.
Elvis.
Michael Jackson.
He played the Frankenstein.
Why didn't you
Backstreet Boys.
say that?
Backstreet Boys.
It wasn't Backstreet Boys.
Eddie Van Halen, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that.
When they first started, they called
He's the
themselves
king?
Mammoth. Eddie? He's
not
the
the king.
innovator.
But he's not the king.
He's the innovator.
Innovator. If you'd have said innovator, we would have got it.
You know
Did
what?
you say intimidator?
Yeah. That's Dale Earnhardt.
Well, you know what we need to have on the show is a spelling bee.
Well, you said the king.
The king.
Elvis is the king.
Elvis is the king.
Elvis.
Correct.
And
If you would have said the innovator.
But I did this.
You go Richard Petty.
But that
as
could have
the
been
king.
Jimi Hendrix. That could have been anybody.
I would have said
Not
Jimi
the
Hendrix.
king.
Really?
But he's not the king.
What, should I have done this?
He's not the king.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what. He brought all that.
If
to
you'd have
us.
done that, we would have
Michael
got Eddie
Bolton
Van Halen.
is who I was going with when you were sitting there doing that.
And, hey,
Kenny G.
do we have anything that you could
That's
pop
the
up
one,
there?
Kenny G. You're right. My bad.
We didn't know, Jim, if you could pop in like a Kenny G or a Michael Bolton song for Jake. No. Hello? How about a Lionel Richie one?
No. He's not the king either.
Sound
He's
like
not the
What
king.
is wrong with you?
Sound like you sat on a cat.
Hello? How are you? Please stop.
Anyway.
Where's your agenda taking us? Because this is horrible.
I'm taking you right now. Some fun facts. I had to put my cheaters on.
You printed a bunch of stuff.
Well, it was a thing we could print out and babble about. And you guys take it wherever you want to go. And I know our listeners would like us to just get off the air, but here we go.
That is true. I'd like to get
you know
That is a fact, Jack.
Here, we're going to talk about things that have happened since the Bengals won the Super Bowl.
Oh, boy.
The Bengals. So that's been 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Maybe another 30.
They went to the Super Bowl and played the 49ers in 1989. Well, we're going to talk about that. That should have been a trivia question. So we're going to tell you what was going on back then. And it is interesting because I think I was 10.
You weren't 10. You were a senior in college in 89.
I was a 10. And how old were you, Jake?
In 89?
Well,
you weren't 10 in 89?
It's pretty. Well, I was 11.
I was 16.
I was 11, depending on the birth date.
You're so full of crap. I had to think about that for a minute.
Guess who the Falcons took in 1988? The Atlanta Falcons took
Matt
the
Ryan.
first pick, the only time a linebacker has ever been taken in the draft. We're going to talk about things that went on in 1988, sports-wise. Stay with me, callers.
We ain't going to know any of this crap.
No, you are going to know it.
Okay.
Because it's a little bit of fun.
Let him go.
right, go ahead.
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead. Go with it.
See if this is more fun.
All right. I like it. Go ahead.
I couldn't name a linebacker in the league in 89.
Are you going to go?
Junior Seau. Okay, go ahead.
What in the world are you doing?
I thought that was more fun.
What?
Just being silent. Here you go. They took Andre Bruce out of Auburn, the only linebacker
pick.
ever taken with the first pick. He didn't make it.
Solid.
That's amazing. That's just interesting stuff.
Make it?
Hence, that's why a linebacker has never been picked first ever again.
Now,
wait for it.
It was a weird draft in the NFL.
Yep.
A quarterback wasn't taken until the third round. And guess who it was?
Matt Ryan.
It was Shabadoo.
Yeah.
It was Tommy Tupa. Do you remember Tommy Tupa?
I remember Tommy Tupa.
Yeah.
Hey, they drafted him as a quarterback and he ended up being a punter.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of this stuff? I mean, who's doing this?
Well,
And then with the sixth pick, the Raiders took a Hall of Famer.
Long.
Timmy Brown.
Oh, that's right.
Not bad.
And the Dallas Cowboys took number 88.
Oh, Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin. Way back when.
89?
Yep, 1988.
88.
The
Solid draft.
The St. Louis Football Cardinals moved to Phoenix that year.
In 88?
Very ugly. Yeah, their last year in St. Louis was 87.
No kidding.
Yeah. And, when they originally went there, they actually were the Phoenix Cardinals. It wasn't until a year later that they said, we'll be the Arizona Cardinals.
So now we know why he is an Arizona fan.
Why?
Because it used to be in St. Louis?
I had season tickets when they were in St. Louis.
Back
That's how old
then?
I am. Yeah.
You were only 10. How'd you have St.
Yeah, it was 9. Well, I'll tell you what, because I wasn't like you silver spooners. I had a paper out. I had a job.
I'm pretty sure The man, the myth,
Did you
the
ever have a
legend.
paper out, silver spoon, or
Yeah,
Jake?
I did.
If you think I grew up with a silver spoon,
Oh, you did, my man.
I've got something for you.
I've heard stories.
Yeah, he had silver something.
Yeah, he did. Did you have paper out?
Absolutely.
I'm very impressed. Did it teach you to learn how to count
It
change?
taught me how I hate working. It taught me how this is crap.
Did you have to go like directly to people's houses and collect your money and
Yes,
stuff?
we had these little tags.
Yeah,
you had to
tiny.
rip off little tiny tags.
Yeah.
And they pay it. You give them, here's your little tag.
And then some people wouldn't pay. You'd have like 5 little tags,
Yeah,
and you
like-
go up and ask them for $12, and they were still like.
Then you're getting up at 4 a.m., going out, grabbing your stack of papers, rolling them, and then loading them on your bike and going. Phew.
I still think it was an excellent thing for a kid to be doing.
You know who really hated it? My mom. Because
Just say,
half the time she was having to get up and take me on my
you
paper
are
out.
exactly right. My mom had to get up and take me too.
It was brutal.
That's when I was delivering the Southern Illinois down in West Frankfurt.
Yeah.
But I did the Courier
I think
here.
I delivered the Peoria Journal-Star in Bushnell. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that up early, folding papers.
God.
Hey, when you smell a newspaper, it brings it right back to it too, doesn't it? Like
Makes
the
me
ink.
want to puke. Rubber bands, and then when it was raining, you had to put in plastic. But it was just a big old pain in the butt. Why didn't we have the internet back then?
Who knows? Now, this Hall of Fame head coach from the Cowboys coached his last game in 1988. Who would that be?
That would be the guy with the hat.
Yeah.
Tommy Landry. Tommy Landry coached his last game. That's a
Who
long
took
time.
over for Tom Landry?
Well, I'm going to tell you this little something right now. Jerry Jones bought the team,
Oh.
and that's when he chuck-wagoned Landry.
Yeah, because, Jerry
and
Jones.
he brought in Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy J.
Jimmy J came in.
Double J.
Is into the line. A Cincinnati Bengal quarterback won MVP that year of the league.
That would have been Boomer Esiason.
Boomer Esiason, you are correct.
Boomer.
Then he's doing some TV now, isn't he?
Doing TV.
Sure is.
now?
CBS.
CBS, yeah.
Does a good job.
Who would you think in 19? Though, if you look at his stats, which I have right here, and I'm going to tell you.
Marino.
Think about these stats, though. He threw 28. Now, I think they were 14-game seasons back then. He threw 28 touchdowns, which in this day and age is like below average, against 14 interceptions. That really wasn't very good. But he was the MVP.
50%. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not horrible.
I don't know, man. Look at some of the
Had a
numbers.
pretty
out
good
there.
team that year.
Yeah.
Guess. Now, you get to guess.
Oh.
Who was your 1988 national champions in college football?
That would have been
Tennessee.
1988 now. Auburn.
Incorrect.
One more guess.
UCLA.
Nebraska.
No, USC.
No. I'm going to say a name. I'm going to say a name. You guys put your hands up like you got buzzers. I'm going to say a name. First one down wins. The head coach was
Miami.
Lou Holtz.
Oh, Notre Dame.
You didn't put your hand down like a buzzer.
I did too. I went Notre Dame.
Okay. Lou Holtz. They won it.
I hate Notre Dame.
Who'd they beat?
They beat USC.
They beat John Mallman's favorite team,
Miami.
the Miami Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. I said Miami, though.
Yeah, you were close. And the game had the infamous quotations of Catholics versus the convicts. Can you believe that?
No, I can.
That's what that was called back then.
You say that these days, you're going to get...
That's unbelievable that they were able to pull that off and say that. Who won the Heisman that year? Come on now.
What team? Yeah, can we give
what
us a
team was
team?
it?
If I give you the team,
Yeah,
you'll
give
know
us
it in
the
1
team.
second. All right.
Give us a hint. I mean, we're not...
It was a male.
Oh, all right, there goes that.
2 ears, 1 nose.
How'd that go?
Heisman. And
From the NFC.
In
That narrowed it down.
88 Heisman, 88.
Oh, let me tell you something about this first.
Bo Jackson.
Hold on. He was Thurman Thomas's backup his first 2 seasons.
At Buffalo?
No, in college.
Oh, in college. Thurman Thomas went to...
Hold on. Doggone, I saw a documentary on this.
Sanders.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Barry.
Yeah, Barry Sanders. Yeah.
Sanders.
I was thinking Emmett. What
Barry
was
Sanders?
Barry Sanders.
Yeah. Really?
Yep.
Never would have got that.
Thurman he credits Thurman Thomas with a lot of his accolades, actually, for that.
Man, he was fun to watch.
Barry Sanders?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You're a Bear fan. You hated that guy.
Oh, yeah. But was he fun to watch?
He was fun to watch.
He was professional, you know?
He won the Heisman in a landslide. He was more than double the points of the runner-up. And the runner-up
was
Rodney Peete.
Rodney Peete.
Can you believe that Rodney Peete was close enough to being
Peete was
Heisman?
almost a Heisman?
Oh, yeah. Rodney Peete came in. Everybody thought he was going to be next stud.
Yeah, it's amazing. Barry was fun, man. Remember how Tony Simple was, started offensive line for you back then and told me that it was, that you had that time clock in your head when you're blocking about, 1001, 1002, and you kind of get somewhere and then
you better count to 8.
Pretty soon he would go stop and everybody would kind of turn to look for him and wham, run right into Barry and knock him down because he said he was everywhere. So they got in trouble a lot for that. Had to keep moving on.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the running back we have this year at Lincoln, Keon runs like Barry, man.
Yeah, he's
got that same
crafty little
fella.
He's
good.
He's pretty good on the basketball court too. Quick.
Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah, very quick.
So in 1988, who won the World Series?
Yankees. 88.
Dodger
1988.
Yeah.
1988.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Oakland.
Good memory over here. Jim Ash is our prize winner.
What did he say?
Jake, tell him what he's won.
Well, Joe, he won.
Dodgers, yep.
Well,
all expense paid morning at Mellow Cream. That's right. Stopping there often.
All the donuts you can eat afternoon.
After you make them. You can make them your own.
Now, who hasn't seen that World Series game with Kirk Gibson limping out there and hitting that home run, which today I'll still stop and watch it like if it's on something. It's like
that ticked me off, and I'm mad about that. And still mad about that.
And who they beat?
Eckersley.
Yep. Denny Eckersley. Well, but remember how much fun it was? Like he came out there like he. Yeah, just stepped up, Jackson Homer.
Let's just
did
say
that chug around the second base.
I'm just gonna say this. You know how y'all don't like the fact the Astros are beating on the drums or on the trash cans. There was other stuff going on there.
Well, hold on. It was leading to my next point.
With the Astros?
With Kirk Gibson hitting the home run.
Okay, why?
They knew what the pitch was.
How?
How do you know the pitch?
There was cheating going on.
They didn't have cameras.
Eckersley was cheating and told him the pitch.
There was cheating going on back then too, man.
No, it was pure back then.
You'll never convince me otherwise.
He knew the pitch.
He knew the pitch.
I think they split that ring.
You saying it's
Eckersley
rigged?
and him?
Huh?
You saying it's rigged?
I'm saying that pitch was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he still had to hit it. And in baseball, that's one of the hardest things to do is hit that thing.
Yep, and run to first.
Boy, he could barely do that. Holy cow. Can you imagine if he actually had to leg one out?
Remember him going around second?
Oh, yeah.
Still wouldn't be
freaking
there.
hobbling.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
you could tell his knees just killing him.
All right, next one.
The teams in the World Series that year actually had both of the MVPs playing. Yeah. So who would they have been?
McGuire and or was it Canseco that year?
Was it
Canseco?
It was Canseco,
and
that was the 40-40 year.
And
you're right. He put up 40-40.
First player ever.
Hershiser.
40 homers. No, Gibson.
Oh, Gibson?
He was the MVP of the National League. So there was a Pirate that year that was we didn't get any of it. We thought you would give us a thing.
Barry Bonds.
Stargell.
Boom! Look at you,
Willie Stargell.
Willie, what was his nickname?
I don't know if we can say it on air.
I believe you can say Pops.
Oh, Pops?
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie Pops Stargell.
Not what I was thinking, but all right, Pops.
Who won the NBA title?
The Lakers or the Celtics. One of them.
Are you looking at my sheet of paper?
No,
That's good. The Lakers.
Smart.
The Lakers won.
I'm smart, Joe. Come on.
Yeah, and then he had after that was Pistons. Then the Bulls.
Then the Bulls took over.
Mm-hmm.
So in that year in the NBA, 1988, who was the MVP?
Magic Johnson.
I was going to say no.
Kareem. Was he on the Lakers?
Oh, go Jordan.
Ding, 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 ding.
It wasn't Magic Johnson. It wasn't Kareem.
Jordan.
MJ, baby.
Okay.
Michael Jordan was the MVP.
Yeah, that's the year they started saying he'll never win a title. He'll never win a title. That was '88,
and they started calling him His Airness. NBA's best player. In fact, he had the greatest campaign that he ever had that year. He won the MVP, averaging a league high 35 points a game, and also named Defensive Player of the Year. And those two things don't really go together.
No, they didn't.
No, especially this day and age.
They shouldn't give out a Defensive Player award this day and age.
No.
But you know what? That's a big... You scored 35 points a game, and you won the Defensive MVP. It's a pretty big deal.
Pretty impressive.
Well, back then it was real defense.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you had guys that would lock you down and you wouldn't score. You could be like a Dominique Wilkins, and you have Rodman guarding you, instead of averaging or getting 30, you're getting 16 or something like that, or 12.
Right.
Different game.
True. Different game back then. More fun, I think.
Oh, brutal. You going for a layup back then, you're coming out with the bloody nose.
Oh. But I'll say this, and I'm not a big NBA guy, but have you guys been to an NBA game lately?
Last time I went was Bulls Cavaliers when the Bulls had Rose and Joakim. And
so did you have a good time?
Oh yeah.
I've been to a few Pacers games, and I went a couple years ago, and Shaq was playing, and I got to tell you what, it was cool. Like, that place was jammed. It's a smaller arena. You're kind of up on top of things.
My first thought when I was watching an NBA game, the court is not big enough.
Yeah. Like, you can get up and down that thing so fast.
I'm just saying,
those guys can.
Men just take up a lot of space, and they're playing on the same court like the Railers do. I'm like, this court just does not seem big enough for these grown men.
Is that court the same size as a high school?
Maybe it's a little bigger. I don't know. But I
don't know. I'm asking.
I can't see how it can be much.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't see how it's much different.
Yeah.
I got to tell you that those guys are ballerinas. What they do is amazing.
Ballerinas?
I was going to say, back then in
they
the
glide
80s,
through the air.
Back then in the 80s, I don't think they'd like to be called ballerinas.
No,
I'll tell you that.
Punch you right in the face.
Nowadays, they'd be like, oh, yeah, thank you.
That's a compliment.
Can we say ballerinas on the air?
Well, we just did.
But you know who was the all-time king in the NBA, too, though, was?
Eddie Van Halen.
It is not Eddie Van Halen. Thank you. We got some people from the crowd. Now they're throwing stuff.
Spud Webb.
No, but Spud Webb was entertaining. The all-time best dude, though, was...
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Doctor.
Oh, Dr. J.
When you're called the Doctor...
Dr. J.
You're a dude.
Yeah.
Wait,
dude, when you play basketball and you're called the Doctor...
The Doctor, he's a dude.
You're a dude.
What else you got for us?
Dude.
You're a dude.
Best big man in the game in '88.
What'd you put in them donuts?
Who was it?
Lambeer. Who?
Ewing.
Oh, well, yeah, Patrick was good. You're correct.
Patrick was good.
Yeah, but you know what? You're in the furniture business. How'd you like to be called the Doctor? When people bring up furniture, they go, oh, you got to call Jake. He's the doctor of furniture.
I could just see Furniture Doctor. I need this repaired. I don't want to repair your stuff.
You wouldn't be good in surgery, that's for sure. Okay, so something happened in the NBA in 1988, which I really, when you look back on it, to me, it's
on the NBA so much.
I'm just going through this. I'm going through.
Keep going.
I'll tell you what. What'd you bring?
You know what? Tomorrow's Super Bowl Sunday, and we haven't talked about that at all.
What?
We have Vegas.
We have plenty of time. Here you go.
Okay.
It seems like forever ago, but in 1988, 4 new franchises came into the NBA. Who were they?
Charlotte Hornets,
Dallas Mavericks. No. Hornets. No.
Denver Nuggets. Denver wasn't new that year.
Seattle. No. Portland.
88.
No.
Oh, the Thunder. They were in Canada.
Oklahoma City.
Vancouver.
See, that's how long ago this has been that you guys can't even pick them.
Timberwolves.
Toronto.
The Miami Heat.
Why are you holding up 2?
That's the second team.
Who's the first one?
We said it, the Hornets. Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, that's right.
And the Orlando Magic. It's been so long that we think it's just been forever.
Yeah.
It has been forever.
Yeah, this is greatest
Super Bowl.
Greatest Super Bowl ever.
This is 1988, the last time the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. Danny Manning was the first overall pick for the Clippers.
Jeez.
We're about done. Who won the Stanley Cup?
Boston.
Cares?
No, back then.
He's a hockey guy.
88, Detroit.
Listeners care. There's a lot of hockey fans in
Red Wings.
The Oilers won their 4th Stanley Cup in 5 seasons.
Not a single listener is still tuned in. We award you absolutely no points.
Jake,
here we go.
I'm not even tuned in right now.
Here we go.
This show is crap. Total crap.
There was a big trade that year in hockey.
Oh, yeah, there was. Wayne Gretzky on the Blues.
Wayne Gretzky.
From the Kings?
Nope.
No?
He went from the Oilers
to the
Kings. Wayne Gretzky. There you go. Most of you probably know his daughter.
He's the king.
And then we have...
guys, that's for sure.
So then we're going to ask you this. Nope, that's it. There you go.
And we're back.
You know, I can't wait for the NBA championship so we can talk football.
Look at that.
That's it. Let's talk football.
Well, it show's over.
How much time we have left?
0.
You guys asked me to do something and I did it. I took up that entire half hour.
Sure did.
I like the Bengals.
I like the Rams.
I just can't take Kroenke. I'm going to have to root for the Bengals.
You can't take who?
Jimmy
Kroenke.
Who's Kroenke?
Kroenke's the owner of the Rams.
Jimmy likes to dick on the Bears.
It looks like the Bears.
You know, I want Stafford to win one.
Why?
Because I like Stafford.
Why?
Why don't you?
Because he killed the Bears.
It's a legitimate question.
He never killed the Bears.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's a legitimate question.
I don't think you realize how bad the Bears have been.
I don't know if you realize he played for Detroit his whole career,
which was better than the Bears.
Yeah, you're silly.
Well, I think the better team
at the end of the
Rams.
day.
But I'm also going to tell you this.
Rams are going to win.
You're a pretty good team if you go out to KC and beat them at KC. You're a pretty good football team.
Yeah, you are. But the Rams, I think Cooper Kupp has a day. I think I'm on with the Rams.
So the MAC believes it's going to be it's a Bengals +4.
+4 all day.
He says Bengals all day.
He money line them. He got Bengals on a money line.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then some.
All day. All the way across.
All right. We're going to cheer for the Bengals.
No. Cheering for the Rams.
You are?
For all you fans that want to show up at Joe Ryan's house, he'll have plenty of
Want me to get you some Ram gear?
Yeah.
Maybe a dozen donuts. Maybe 2.
Hey, and we're going to have donuts next week.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah, allegedly.
Is the show at Mellow Green?
Is it at Mellow Green?
We're having a show at Mellow Green.
We got to show up.
It's going to be donuts everywhere. We're going to have a donut eating contest.
We'll have to sit outside.
There's going to be a donut eating contest.
Oh, just don't
make you guys are all
no cream fill.
And all the money goes to charity.
Okay.
What charity?
The Joe's Club of Lincoln.
What money?
All the money goes to juvenile diabetes research. So
that was pretty good.
That was good. Well, hey, that was a pretty quick show.
Because the guy brought something.
You guys, you want to go another hour?
Crap.
No?
Jim wants to shut her down.
Now we got to get off here because you know what it's time for? The Illini guys. Sports Spectacular. Illini back in action tomorrow against Northwestern. How about Michigan beating the snot out of Purdue the other night? Did you guys watch it? Ooh, that puts Illinois right back up in the top. They were still in first, but it just helps us out a little bit. Northwestern, Illinois tomorrow.
Did Illinois beat Purdue?
No.
He just rambles at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, we got to get everything in because we just spent 30 minutes on nonsense.
Well, I know who's bringing stuff next week.
Nonsense.
Not me.
Not you, for sure. All right, thanks for tuning in to
Have a good day.
WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.